I think in general, the way we've been sharing and the way we've been doing things, the quality of the videos when we're showcasing them has been better. So we want to try to maintain that. See, like I said, back in when we were having choppy videos, we're gonna try to improve quality if we can. Anyway, so we like to start off with something light. Typically, to be honest, this is not even really much of a topic. It's just a little viral clip that was floating around. Um, Let me see if I can scroll up just a tad bit. This was posted by Philip Lewis. Salute to that brother. With the caption: A police officer appeared in court virtually wearing his uniform top with no pants on. Oh man! Salute to this day and age that we live in. To this day and age that we live, where we can um, do like a whole bunch of things virtually, from classes to even like doctor visits. There's so many things that can be done virtually now, and there's a lot of court cases that are done virtually. The only problem is, you know, the only problem with things being done virtually, is it takes away from the professionalism that people feel inclined to maintain, because before, um, if you're in person, you're not just gonna forget to bring your pens. You're gonna act a bit differently. But regardless, I think you guys may be knowing, if we recall back to a topic that we discussed not too long ago, where I might be going with this. But let's watch this particular clip and see what you guys make of it. See if you detect the sincerity in this situation, or this is really no excuse. And again, keep in mind, I'm running things, so things might be a bit slow, but it's all good.
On the record, please.
Yes, Officer Jackson, badge number 3919, out of the 12th precinct.
All right. Today is
Jackson. You got to
you
ask
got
the camera judge.
you got some pants on, officer?
Sir, they're in the. No, sir.
Officer Jackson. Okay, Miss Lee. This is the officer on the record, please.
Oh man, y'all already know what I'm about to say. Even though this is like peak foolery, you got to give a little bit of credit to the brother. He did something that I appreciate. He answered the question, especially when you're in a professional setting, like when you're in literal court and the judge asks you questions. That judge didn't ask him where his pants are. He didn't ask him like how. He didn't ask you like when will you be able to. He said, "Do you have some pants on?" And my brother's about to get into the whole story of they're in the, which sounds like he's about to say they're in the probably the washer or dryer, but he realized, let me just answer honestly. So even though he's probably gotten roasted a million times on on the internet, and probably will be a little bit more, a couple more times on this platform. At least he answered the question directly. Anyway, like I said, y'all know where I'm going with this. If you know anything about me, I like consistency. A couple weeks ago, however long ago, we were talking about a story of a sister that was obviously, going through it. They were dealing with some sick kid. They were cooking a sandwich. They were in their robe. To be honest, what caught my attention was this judge looked kind of similar to the judge that was in that case. But that judge got fed up with that sister because she was doing anything and everything except being professional in a courtroom environment. And y'all came on here and equally, gave her the flack and credit for being unprepared and getting effectively dismissed by the judge, telling them, "Hey, you gotta get your shit together." So I come here today and ask you, do y'all have the same energy for this officer that came into this court setting wholly unprofessional? What do you guys say? Start with you, Ace.
I mean, you already kind of gave it away with the giving the guy some bail. Like, I, of course, we don't have as long of an interaction here. What happened after the officer said he does not have pants on, but just like you said, he answered the question. He didn't like we didn't hear excuses after or anything like that. We didn't get a whole song and dance. Nah, I don't have any pants on. So I don't know what happened after this, but if the judge said go put some pants on and he put some pants on, yeah, I do think it's wild that he would have even came on the stream without pants on, but um if he did what the judge said, then all right, continue with the trial or whatever. He got the pass. I think the in the other situation, I remember the judge seeming more understanding until the homegirl just kept digging herself deeper into a hole, talking back to the judge. It's like just felt like a lack of respect for authority. So um
Yeah, but if we recall correctly, the original gripe and grievance that the judge had was the uniform. It was like you're doing your look, what you're doing during this trial, this case. Like people's lives are
yeah,
at it.
which is the same, which I imagine the judge had the same. The judge here probably had the same reaction. It's like, dog, you don't have pants on. Like, I can't imagine that after this it was just like, okay, let's just continue
They
without
literally
pants
did
on.
continue.
Like,
All it
It
because
looked like they did continue, to be
yeah,
honest.
oh, I thought it looped.
he altered his view, so it just honed in on his face. But yeah, there's nothing that indicates the brother went and put and got pants.
Nah, I think it looped. I think it looped. Like after he
No,
said no, I think that's where the video ended. I mean, unless you saw more in a different thing, but there's
I
no
thought
way
he
the judge just was
after I
like,
thought after he answered, unless I missed it, I thought it continued and they were just going to proceed as usual.
Yeah,
Could
can
you
you
could you
look at
pull
the
up the
end?
clip?
Because
Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead, please.
I want to see because I thought it looped.
Yes, Officer Jackson, badge number 3919,
Yeah, we could just
out of the 12th precinct.
oh,
All right.
hover over the video so I can see.
Today,
He got to
you
ask
got,
the camera judge.
you got some pants on, officer?
Move the
Sir,
mouse.
they're in the. No, sir.
Officer Jackson, okay, Miss Lee,
Oh yeah. No, that's
this is the
shocking.
officer on the
That
record,
is shocking.
please.
That's shocking. That's shocking. That's shocking. That's shocking. That's shocking. I think the judge should have had him put some pants on.
I
That's
mean,
crazy.
why? What is not going to impact the courtroom,
Nah,
is it?
nah. If
yeah.
I'm the judge, I'm
The main
telling you,
problem
go
before is
put some
that
pants on. You look insane. Like again, this comes down to like a just a professionalism thing. Like, dog, you came on the screen and I saw you had no pants on. I don't care if you zoomed in. Go put some pants on before we start talking.
but if we would have went down the rabbit hole, the brother doesn't have his pants readily available.
Put some other pants on, whatever. If it's not the uniform, whatever, just put some pants on, man. I don't want the camera to drop and you see no pants on. Put some pants on, and then we'll go ahead. But no,
What if all the pants are
we already saw
in the
it.
washer dryer? Some people do
Dog,
that.
you one pair of pants you could put on. Stop playing
I
with
mean, he
that.
could just lie and say that he put the pants on and just stay zoomed in on his
Exactly. What
face.
is it about the pants if you
That's
can't see
fine,
it?
but if you do something like don't we're not just going to continue it like everything's copacetic now. It has to be addressed in some way. That's if it's me, that's what's happening. And if the camera drops and I see you still don't got pants on, the thing is getting thrown out. Like
But you don't have a problem with the no pants, clearly.
If
Because
he
if
I
does,
have the
it
problem that I
doesn't
saw
sound
the
like
no
it's on
pants.
his mind.
no, I'm saying if you were the judge and you were telling him to go put pants on and he turned off the camera, didn't put
Yep,
anything on, and then came back and
yep,
then you see his face and say, "Oh, I did it." You'd be like, "Okay, so let's
yep.
continue."
Yeah.
Your perception of him having pants on you is what you want. You don't have a problem with him not having pants
Yes,
on.
if I believe you still don't have pants on, then I have a problem. Yeah. I can only
What are
go
you gonna
off
ask
what
him to
I
let me see your pant? Let me see your bottom.
no man. I listen. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, especially if he acquiesces to it and doesn't give me pushback or whatever. But yeah,
Fair enough. I mean, I guess that kind of
Dog.
goes. I guess that kind of goes into like the question slash like idea of like, do you guys think like even in like even like in a virtual setting, as long as it's a professional setting, should people be dressed professionally or like at least moderately? Seems like you would generally say yes, even if you.
listen. I don't. I kind of do not care. At the same time, if somebody doesn't have pants on and they're even in a professional setting or whatever. But if I see it and we know, okay, now we saw that you don't have pants, it screws up the whole illusion of professionalism. Like we got to keep up some semblance of we're professionals here.
And just say, hey, ignore this giant elephant over here. Just don't pay any mind to
Exactly.
him.
Right. We gotta at least try to keep up the illusion.
I
Yo, I
guess.
can't front. If I wasn't a judge, low key, I might just continue like nothing happened. We all know it, but we never acknowledge it. I might just
That
keep
would be
pushing.
ridiculous.
I think the judge was about to. I think it was the attorney that caught it and was like, he needs to alter that camera or something.
Yeah, you're right. I think you're right.
Um, regardless, what about you, Ghost? Do you think a person that should be punished in a not obviously nothing crazy, but maybe to the extent of, hey, we're gonna postpone this or hold off on this case or whatever we're gonna hold off on this meeting if a person isn't dressed professionally in a virtual setting?
I mean, I'm assuming that this cop was there in like a, a supporting capacity to. Oh,
Yes,
maybe
for
he was
some
actually like
for some
this
additional
is like.
context, if anyone ever cares about context, I know I do. I'm always whenever I see stuff like this, even though it's funny and people are making memes and jokes, I always like to get the like, why are we even at in this position? So this officer was in this court, like you said, kind of playing the supportive role. They were the officer on scene of some illegal drag racing, um, and they appeared in court to give their testimony or whatever the case may be.
Okay. I mean, there is a valid point, and like the whole illusion of professionalism is pretty much shattered, and it's hard to restore that if you know that someone's just sitting there without
Yeah,
pants on
it's on the
camera.
back of everybody's mind now.
But
Why is the fact that the brother got no pants on in the back of your mind?
Come on, man. Because we saw the guy with no pants on. That's gonna be stuck
Mm,
in your mind for a second. This
no,
guy's
I
no, it
mean,
will
walking
not.
and we know we don't got no
I
Yeah,
mean,
pants.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Like, let me not say anything funny here, but I mean, for me, like. I know, like, okay, if I would probably put myself in his shoes, like, I'd have secondhand embarrassment. It's like, damn, imagine if that was me. But as far as like the actual, I don't think I would care, to be honest. But it is different in a professional environment, I suppose. But I I don't think I care that much. I guess to answer your actual uh, quest and the comparison with the other situation, it was different because the officer, like, this was a clear mistake. Well, I wouldn't say that he didn't have pants on, but a mistake that
not
is
wearing pants is a clear mistake.
no. I'm saying that the fact that his camera wasn't zoomed in on his face was the mistake because he clearly intended to. You don't just forget to put on pants. He clearly intended to do the meeting without them. But again, he showed up in a professional manner, and he was intending to proceed with his job as usual. Whereas the other woman, she was like took the call like while she's in the middle of cooking and something, not affording any level of respect or like the fact that she wasn't paying doesn't seem like she was really paying attention to the actual court case. She was focused on these other things. that changes the dynamic completely. Plus the fact that she was disrespectful after the fact when the judge brought it up initially. I think it's a lot different than this because again, it was obviously he did need to show himself without the pants, but he didn't make a big deal out of it. It didn't become more than what it had to be. So I'm cool with this versus the other situation.
Yeah, obviously you guys are right. I mean, to that point, what bigger deal could he have made out of it? If he had said anything like, if he had bugged back to that judge in any form, shape, or form, he would.
Yeah, there's pretty much nothing you could say. I would think in the other situation with that woman, there would have been nothing she could say either. But I don't know. Maybe he would have tried to say something slick. I can't see it.
No, that brother, he was about to go into his whole dissertation on why he's in this position. He just,
Why do
no,
you care? Why do you care? Doesn't matter if I got pants.
that was
That's the only way I could see that flipping. But
anyway. The moral of the story is obviously, uh, the ability to do all these things in a virtual setting is very much a privilege. Like obviously, it is a consequence. It is a result of the technological advances that we have in this day and age, but it is still very much a privilege. Um, to some degree, there still is should be that mentality of, if you were going, if you wouldn't dress, act, you know, exhibit certain behaviors IRL. Don't go doing that when you're in the comfort in your own home or office or whatever the case may be. So definitely still got to maintain a certain level of professionalism. Obviously, I don't think you need us to come in here and say that. But if there's nothing else, we can move on to the next topic.